Now, how easy is it to fix SkyWars? When I say fix, I mean make it enjoyable to play again. And I guess first I should ask, why is it unfun now? The game has always been the same. The objective has always been the same. And to answer that question, it is very simple. Players got better. Over time, all of these techs came out, clicking fast to get the win, spam the eggs, place all the blocks, things like that. And also, people just get better at PvP in general over time. And SkyWars was always a little silly, goofy game that had its objects in it. And Hypixel recognized at one point that players were evolving, people were adapting, they were getting better. So things get removed from the game, such as the knockback 10 slime ball. But what didn't they remove? For one, the eggs. This whole game relies on eggs. Not fishing rods, just eggs. You get a stack of 64, you literally spam it, you win the fight. And also, not even just that, it is the most annoying thing to play against. The first 15 seconds of your fight is just spamming eggs over and over and over again, waiting to see who gets the first hit. It is the most unengaging, most boring gameplay to watch. Imagine playing it. Now, over the past year, I've seen a ton of videos, community posts, everything. A lot mentioning the SkyWars matchmaking. In my opinion, that has never been a problem for SkyWars. Not that I've really tested anything lately, but I had a whole series with an alt account starting fresh and going through the matchmaking myself. And it really didn't take long for me to get out of the matchmaking and get put into actual high queue games. Anyways, enough yapping. How easy is it to save SkyWars? The answer is very, very easy. I would limit the cap of all egg sources in the game to 16. Eggs from middle, eggs from farmer, make it 16. Dealing with eggs in this game is just a plague. No, and I really think that in itself will solve the annoying gameplay of SkyWars. And we also have to realize that SkyWars will not survive with Hypixel's current update system. Minigames on Hypixel get updated maybe once every year and a half. A lot of people think this is because of Skyblock, and I used to as well. But from what I understand, Skyblock has its own team, and there's actually a minigame update or development team that's separate on the side, which is really good and is fair, make sure every game has updates. But for a game like SkyWars, Wool Wars, anything like competitive, it has to have a team for it. And I use competitive loosely, by the way, like just PvP games. At least PvP games that have kits, right? SkyWars, the whole game is depending on the kit that you choose. Everyone's choosing farmer, and farmer has been meta for years at this point, even after nerfs. So the problem is they nerfed farmer, but they didn't give compensating buffs to anything else to make anything else meta. Like every single game is still farmer, scout after years. So the meta being the same, it just makes the gameplay boring. There's nothing fresh, nothing new. We're playing the same kits over and over again. And I just looked up the leaderboards for farmer kit, and the top 105 players all almost have 10,000 wins with this one kit. That's how long farmer has been meta in this game. And I think the perk system needs to just be removed at this point, and they need to revert it entirely and go back to just what it was before. Limiting a playstyle in this game, in a game where they don't meta shift and the base gameplay is all the same, it's removing ways for people to actually play the game. And I still cannot believe we still have to eat steak in SkyWars now, because they refuse to make hunger non-existent. And I'm assuming it's because they don't want to mess with the loot system and remove steak or something. I don't know. That's my only guess on why they haven't made that a universal perk yet. And honestly, listening to community feedback would be really, really amazing. Okay, the future me is interjecting. So I kind of go hard on them for not listening to community feedback when they do. And I don't think it's fair to say they don't listen to community feedback, but I think it's extremely fair to say they don't listen to community feedback where it matters. Nobody liked the perk system, and they never changed it back. Nobody asked for the potion changes, and they never changed it back. One person asked for them to change the entire prestige thing that doesn't affect the gameplay at all. Oh, let's just do it. But I also want to be fair and say they did kind of gut Chrono Breaker and when everybody did hate it. So that was one good thing they did, but it does not outweigh all the bad. And I know this might sound biased, but I'm cutting to my camera now. Look at this world. I have so much passion for this game. I spent hours in this little world creating hundreds of different prestiges, coming up with multiple ideas, hunting for prestige icons, hunting for anything we could possibly use in a prestige update, to being the #1 upvoted SkyWars suggestion thread on Hypixel, to get completely ignored and for them to listen to feedback from someone who got 2 upvotes on their post. Insanity. And did you know what this man had to do to convince them to change the entire prestige system? He had to say, oh, I think these look better. And they did it! It's literally just aura, like I don't get it. Now, no offense to the guy who ever submitted the prestiges, but like 2 upvotes to 180 or 200, whatever I got, is ridiculous. And let's just ignore the fact that I got all these upvotes. Let's look at the Bed Wars prestige update that came out 1 month after the Hypixel prestige one. Now tell me, which one does mine look like? And if you're wondering what all of these are, so these are like a bunch of things I made for my SkyWars thread, literally just for looks. I created menus, quests, everything. Literally icons, full menus. This is awkward. Now let's talk about the leveling system. The leveling system is garbage. Who wants to spend weeks and weeks and weeks, for a casual player of course, to get 1 level? A very simple idea solution would be half the amount of XP it takes to level up, and also increase the XP gains. And yes, I did suggest this already. Here's a kind of what I think would happen. Grinding levels, even playing this game, does not feel rewarding. They added a ton of this stuff for players to like feel rewarded for playing games and winning games or whatever, like XP, opals, shards, whatever. But then it takes like a week or 2 weeks to get just 1 level. And for other players, you know, like me, it takes months to get 1 level because I'm not here playing SkyWars every day. And playing the game should not feel rewarding to the people that are playing every single day. It should feel rewarding for everybody. Everyone should enjoy playing the game and getting their stats. Also, I kind of changed my mind on this, so, and also, why haven't quests been updated yet? Like, quests in this game are useless, and they just removed loot chests too, so now you just get tokens. Like, they literally removed loot chests from quests before adding SkyWars XP. It's, and it's been like this ever since levels came out, years. Once again, adding to the fact that this game just isn't rewarding to play. What is there a reason to do solo quests, or any quest, or to even play other game modes? Like, it's just a game that I was so passionate about fall because it just fell on deaf ears, I guess. But what really rubs salt in the wound is that 1 month later, Bed Wars got a prestige update, and they listened. And they listened to a leaderboard player adding all of their prestiges into the game. And here are the SkyWars players just left in the dust.